He started with $100,000 in student debt and turned it into a $50 billion empire. From gaming cafes in China to building Southeast Asia's Amazon, PayPal, and Riot Games all in one company. This is the wild story of Forrest Li, the man who revolutionized an entire region's digital future. How did a quiet engineer go from broke to billionaire? The answer will blow your mind. Forrest Li was born in the late 1970s in Tianjin, a port city in northern China. Tianjin, known for its bustling industrial sectors and maritime activities, was a sharp contrast to the high-tech world Li would later dominate. His early years were shaped by the cultural and economic environment of a rapidly modernizing China, where hard work and perseverance were paramount. Like many children in China during the economic reforms, Li was driven to excel academically, laying the foundation for his future successes. Li's early interests were largely unremarkable in the context of a typical middle-class Chinese household. Education was a top priority, and he was particularly drawn to science and technology. His fascination with the possibilities of the digital world grew as he became a regular at internet cafes. These early experiences were pivotal, sparking a passion for gaming and technology that would later influence his career choices. After completing high school, Li earned a spot at Shanghai Jiaotong University, which is really one of China's leading institutions, where he pursued a degree in engineering. Shanghai, a city at the forefront of China's economic boom, exposed Li to the endless possibilities of technology-driven industries. However, despite his academic success, Li felt that the opportunities available to him in China were, well, kind of limited. He knew that to achieve his dreams, he would have to venture abroad. In pursuit of his aspirations, Forrest Li applied to the prestigious Stanford Graduate School of Business in California. His acceptance into Stanford was a monumental achievement, but the journey ahead would not be easy. When he arrived in the United States, Li was burdened with $100,000 in student loan debt, a challenge that weighed heavily on him. Nonetheless, the Stanford experience broadened his horizons, introducing him to Silicon Valley's entrepreneurial ecosystem, and honestly, the limitless potential of the tech industry. It was during his time at Stanford that Li adopted the name Forrest. This was inspired by the film, a story that really resonated with him because of its message about perseverance, overcoming challenges, and achieving success against the odds. This ethos would stay with him throughout his career, shaping his personal and professional philosophies. A defining moment during his time at Stanford was attending the commencement speech delivered by Steve Jobs. The Apple co-founder's now famous message, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," deeply impacted Li. He replayed the speech on YouTube for months, absorbing every word. Jobs' philosophy of following one's passion and thinking differently became the guiding principles of Li's entrepreneurial journey. He began to dream of creating a company that could revolutionize not just one industry, but multiple sectors of the economy. In 2009, after graduating from Stanford, Li relocated to Singapore, a burgeoning tech hub in Southeast Asia. Although he arrived with significant debt, Li's vision was undeterred. He saw immense potential in the region's untapped gaming market. That same year, he founded Garena, initially a digital entertainment company with a focus on online gaming. Garena's early days were marked by modest beginnings. Operating out of a shophouse on Maxwell Road in Singapore, the company began distributing games that quickly gained traction in the region. In 2010, Garena struck a major deal by securing the publishing rights for League of Legends in Southeast Asia. This was a turning point, as the game quickly became one of the most popular multiplayer online battle arenas in the region, propelling Garena into the limelight. So, Garena was not just a game distributor, it actually became an ecosystem for gamers. Li envisioned a platform where users could socialize, compete, and engage with each other beyond just gameplay. The real success of Garena lay in its understanding of regional markets, where mobile and online gaming were, rapidly gaining popularity. By 2014, Garena was valued at over $1 billion, earning it the title of Singapore's largest internet company. In 2017, Garena launched Free Fire, an online battle royale game developed in-house. Free Fire quickly became a global sensation, especially in Southeast Asia and Latin America, markets that were, honestly, traditionally overlooked by larger gaming companies. The game's success was really driven by its mobile-friendly interface, which catered to users in emerging markets with less advanced devices. By 2020, Free Fire boasted over 100 million daily active users, making it one of the most played mobile games in the world. Forrest Li's ambitions extended well beyond gaming. Recognizing the vast potential of Southeast Asia's digital economy, Li sought to build a tech conglomerate that could dominate not just gaming, but also e-commerce and financial services. In 2017, Garena was rebranded as Sea Limited, a holding company for three distinct business units: Garena for digital entertainment, Shopee for e-commerce, and SeaMoney for digital financial services. Sea Limited was built on the foundation of understanding and catering to Southeast Asia's unique market characteristics. Unlike more developed regions, Southeast Asia presented both opportunities and challenges: high smartphone penetration, but limited access to traditional banking, a growing middle class but fragmented e-commerce infrastructure. Li saw these challenges as opportunities to innovate and serve unmet needs. In the same year, Sea went public on the New York Stock Exchange, raising over $880 million. It was the first major IPO from a Southeast Asian tech company in the United States, and it marked Sea's entry onto the global stage. The funds raised from the IPO were instrumental in fueling the company's rapid expansion across the region. Among Sea's subsidiaries, Shopee became the crown jewel of the company's portfolio. Launched in 2015, Shopee started as a mobile-centric e-commerce platform designed for Southeast Asia's diverse markets. Unlike its competitors, which were web-based, Shopee focused on mobile-first transactions, recognizing that most users in Southeast Asia access the internet via smartphones. Shopee's business model was simple, yet effective: an asset-light approach that connected buyers and sellers while providing logistical and payment support. What really set Shopee apart was its localized strategy. The platform catered to the unique preferences and purchasing behaviors of each market, from Singapore to Indonesia to Vietnam. Additionally, Shopee's Shopee Guarantee feature, where payments were held in escrow until buyers received their goods, built trust in markets where online shopping was still kind of nascent. Shopee's success was also fueled by aggressive marketing and promotional campaigns, including free shipping subsidies and partnerships with local celebrities and influencers. Shopee's gamified approach to shopping, integrating features like live streaming and in-app games, made the platform more engaging and, honestly, kind of addictive for users. By 2019, Shopee was Southeast Asia's largest e-commerce platform, boasting over 343 million monthly visitors. However, Shopee's journey to profitability was fraught with challenges. The company consistently faced significant losses in its early years due to high operational costs, especially in logistics. But Li remained confident in the long-term potential of the platform, viewing these initial losses as necessary investments in market penetration. His patience paid off when, in 2023, Shopee finally turned a profit, solidifying its dominance in the region. At the same time as Shopee was rising, Forrest Li, recognized the critical need for financial inclusion in Southeast Asia. Millions of people in the region just didn't have access to traditional banking services, which, honestly, created a massive opportunity for digital financial solutions. In response to this challenge, Li launched SeaMoney, a digital financial services platform that aimed to bridge the gap between the unbanked and the digital economy. SeaMoney offers a whole range of services, including mobile wallets, payment processing, and even micro-lending. Through its mobile wallet service, Shopee Pay, and credit products like SpayLater, SeaMoney quickly gained traction among Shopee users and, well, even beyond that circle. SeaMoney also serves merchants by providing them with tools to accept payments and manage their finances digitally. By the year 2023, SeaMoney had over 52 million users across multiple markets, and it just kept expanding its offerings. The platform's success was really tied closely to Shopee's ecosystem, where users could seamlessly integrate e-commerce with digital payments. But Li's vision for SeaMoney, honestly, went beyond just convenience. He saw it as a tool for financial empowerment. By providing credit to small businesses and consumers who were previously left out of the traditional banking system, SeaMoney played a vital role in driving economic growth all across Southeast Asia. One of the pivotal partnerships in Forrest Li's journey was with Tencent, the Chinese tech giant. Tencent invested early in Garena and remained a key shareholder as the company transitioned into Sea Limited. Tencent's support provided Sea with both financial backing and strategic insights, particularly in the gaming sector. However, the relationship between the two companies evolved over time. In 2022, Tencent sold a significant portion of its stake in Sea, raising questions about Sea's future. Li remained confident, emphasizing that Sea's business fundamentals were strong and that the company was on a solid path to profitability. His confidence was validated in 2023 when Sea reported its first annual profit since its IPO. Sea's IPO on the New York Stock Exchange in 2017 was a defining moment for the company and for Southeast Asia's tech ecosystem. The listing not only provided Sea with the capital to expand, but also positioned it as a global player. By 2024, Sea's market capitalization had soared, and Li's personal net worth had reached $6.7 billion, placing him among Singapore's richest individuals. While much of Li's public persona revolves around his business accomplishments, he is equally committed to giving back to the community. In 2024, Sea made a landmark $50 million donation to the National University of Singapore, aimed at supporting research and education in computing and technology. This philanthropic gesture was a reflection of Li's belief in the power of education and innovation to drive societal progress. As a leader, Li is known for his humility and long-term vision. Despite his wealth and success, he remains grounded, often attributing his achievements to the team around him. Li believes in empowering his employees, whom he affectionately calls sailors, in reference to the maritime theme of Sea Limited. His leadership style is collaborative, emphasizing the importance of innovation, perseverance, and adaptability. In 2020, Li's passion for football led to Sea's acquisition of Home United Football Club, which was rebranded as Lion City Sailors FC. This move was more than just a personal interest. It was part of Li's broader vision to contribute to Singapore's sports ecosystem. The acquisition made headlines, especially when the club signed Brazilian midfielder Diego Lopes for a record transfer fee of €1.8 million. Li's goal was to turn Lion City Sailors into a Southeast Asian football powerhouse, reflecting his commitment to excellence both in business and in sport. Forrest Li's journey from a debt-ridden student to a billionaire tech mogul is honestly pretty remarkable. His story reflects the perseverance and innovation required to build something from nothing. Li's ability to foresee the convergence of gaming, e-commerce, and digital financial services allowed him to create a digital ecosystem that now dominates Southeast Asia and is expanding globally. As Sea Limited continues to grow, Li's legacy is already cemented as a pioneer in Southeast Asia's digital transformation. His ventures into digital banking, esports, and philanthropy illustrate a broader ambition. Li is not just a businessman, he is a visionary who aims to improve lives through technology. His leadership of Sea has set new standards for what can be achieved in emerging markets, and his story serves as inspiration for future entrepreneurs around the world. Forrest Li's next chapter will undoubtedly focus on expanding Sea's influence beyond Southeast Asia, tapping into new markets and industries. As he continues to navigate the challenges of the global tech landscape, one thing remains clear: Forrest Li is a force to be reckoned with, a visionary who transformed his personal challenges into an empire that empowers millions.